And welcome back to Dungeons and Shenanigans. This week went so well. Last time we decided to do it again. It is currently 9:14 p.m. and partly cloudy with clear skies. I know that doesn't matter at all, but we wanted to be transparent. Hashtag PR. Take it away, Jonah.
You guys rehearsed that so
I think you've Tanner stroke.
And welcome back, guys.
We said that.
We said
We
that.
Whatever
indeed
that was.
said the most intro of all
said
time.
words.
Yeah.
My goodness.
That was so intro.
That was...
So
I don't know if that was better or worse than I expected.
you know,
I don't know
that's-
either.
And that's what we were aiming for.
Yeah.
Actually, we
We're
wanted
here
it to
to
be
confuse.
so confusing. Yeah.
And distract, and we are working with agents to be on the news.
Yes.
Are we?
As
Seems to
weathermen.
me.
Yes,
Whether
that was our announcement, guys.
Yeah,
We're
we're
gonna
gonna pitch. We're actually pitching them a different idea. One of us says one word at a time. You know.
Yes,
Go
we'll
down
do
the
that
line.
next time.
Will we?
Gosh,
Yup,
please. It's no.
Immortalized.
We're doing it.
Rewind
So-
the tape.
You guys are now at the base of this mountain.
Wow.
Mount Saphius.
Yes.
Across the
It's
rivers
not,
on
it's
a
not.
giant-
We checked our notes.
It's
Cortalis. Cortalis.
It was actually Tanner. Tanner put it in the Discord. He was
We were
like,
right.
wait.
We were right. It's Cortalis and Sap.
It's
Is where
Mount Southeast is
It's
where
definitely
the fair
Southeast.
is.
that's where the fairy is.
He rechecked his notes.
How would
You
I?
tried to guess
How would I write the
On
right
the map it
word?
says Saphius.
You tried to gaslight us so hard,
I'm
Jonah.
so confused.
I'll watch the episode.
Mount
Let's watch it.
Saphius.
Yeah,
She
it is
said-
Mount
Viewers at home, you watch it too.
It's the only big mountain surrounded by rivers.
Yes,
Mount
Mount
Saphius.
Saphius.
And
It is
two lava falls.
So you're at Mount Saphius.
Well,
Okay.
they're like, your princess is in another mountain.
Yeah. Ah, jeez. Unless no, we're just
You're-
making it canon now that this is the
you're-
right one.
This
Yeah.
is the right mountain.
Yeah, we're this is the right mountain.
Yes, we get to do that.
Anyway,
So we're at the base of the mountains.
you're at the base of the mountain. What do you guys do?
Climb it.
I think we gotta
Oh,
play,
play
the-
it
Gotta
with
play
a
the
play a
flute.
little
Play
ditty.
the flute.
At the base of the mountain,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, what
Okay,
kind
cool.
of is it? A penny whistle? Is it a
It is
cross?
a crystal-looking cross.
Oh, what? Crystal.
You have a crystal.
Oh, crystal.
yeah,
I
crystal.
thought you were saying
but it's a
whistle
cross
in a weird
flute, so
way.
it's not like it's not
It's
like
a
a
cross,
penny
so
flute
you
Yeah,
put it
recording.
on
so
the
you hold it
side.
like this.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, no, you put it to the side, and then it shinks out another one.
You gotta hold it
And
like
it makes-
yeah. You
yeah.
gotta hold it like this. You gotta cross your arm.
Like that.
You play it like this, right?
Yeah, oh, exactly. Totally right.
Yeah, your fingers have to go past that.
What's this?
Okay, so
You actually have to get your
Only
foot
I-
up there.
Yeah, as you look at it, it looks like a quartz crystal, but it has like these like kind of like brown kind of striations in it, like almost like cloudy.
ooh, pretty.
I do need
Okay.
to scry on Cecil once we get a chance. So
Sure.
Play the
Play,
flute.
play. Okay, can I play the flute?
What are you playing?
My instinct was something very copyrighted.
Make something
Yeah, do exactly that.
It's not coffee.
It's like elevator music. It sounds like just.
Make a performance check.
If you roll bad,
Do
they
the Willy
don't
Wonka music.
show up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then they're like, hello, sir. Yeah.
And then the bunnies come.
And then the bunnies come up and we're like,
Orange with blue
wow.
hair.
Yeah.
What? No, it's just for
And
the
they're like,
section
don't
that's-
drink the chocolate. You can't
So
stop
17.
me.
What?
17.
17. So, with a 17, you play this flute, and it doesn't sound like you're used to like what a flute would sound like. This sounds very like breathy with like like when you're playing the flute and it has that like that kind of like breath to it. It has that, and it almost sounds like ethereal. Like it kind of echoes within this place, and it just kind of refracts off the water. It seems it just kind of echoes within this area. And you see the dense fog slowly starting to fill the space back in.
Have you ever heard of bass flute?
You're doing great.
Yes.
Keep going.
Yeah. No, that's yeah, you know the sound a flute makes.
You start drumming with the flute as well.
Yeah, yeah, you go. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So the fog is starting to flow in.
Great. Did I do it right?
I think you did it wrong.
Oh.
Remember that? Supposed to be fog.
Well, they said something about the
Spirits.
spirits.
Guide us.
So maybe the fog is the
Like
You
that.
see a wisp of purple
right on
flame.
cue.
You see a wisp of purple flame.
I think we follow that.
Oh, my mom told me not to follow wisps of flame in the fog in the woods.
Well, my mom didn't. So
We're
I'm
not
going
in
towards
the
it. Yeah.
woods, we're on a mountain.
Okay.
You see the wisp is coming closer to you.
Oh,
Oh, that's different.
Touch it.
Not a willow. Not a willow.
I reach out.
Hey, last time we touched the flame, it
As
started
you
the
reach out
campaign.
for it, the fog is now starting to it's getting closer to the point where now you can see an outline. This is a lantern.
Oh.
What?
It's a lantern.
I'm picturing something from a movie
It's
that was
wrong.
like that.
I thought it was cute.
Yeah, it's actually the Pokemon lantern, and you're like, what are you doing here?
Yeah,
I
it's
play Pokemon.
Chandelure, okay?
Yeah.
I don't play Pokemon. I just think magic lanterns are cute.
Oh my
You
gosh.
see a lantern start to appear, and then out from the fog, connected to the top of the lantern, is this shepherd's crook.
Oh,
Kind of like a Y shape almost to it. Kind of almost like a wishbone.
Yes.
And you see there is a creature of some sort that stands about 6 feet tall, very thin frame, and it has this just long, kind of draped, robe on with the hood kind of covering and obscuring the face. But where the feet should be, you just see it blending into the fog.
Are you here to guide us?
And you see the lantern turn and starts to walk forward.
Guys, I think we follow.
Alright, you're right.
Yeah, see you for
Because you know folklore, make a history check.
Leading us toward doom.
Ooh. Do you want me to make it crazy? We'll make it crazy. Oh.
Oh.
So 25 plus 6, 31.
Ooh,
You
crazy.
know that this is to be a form of a will-o-wisp.
Don't.
I'm following it.
Ah.
I'm going. I'm like,
The will of the wisp. It seems as
Alright.
though he is guiding you forward. As you guys are walking,
had the chance to change it
Ooja.
a bit.
Hooja.
it looks like the vegetation and the rocks, where it would be super hard to scale this mountain, even with full climbing gear and pythons. It is extremely easy. It seems the roots themselves are almost uprooting themselves and kind of creating a pathway. The rocks and stones themselves almost forming a walkway. As he just continues to just drift, just barely above these stones.
And we're just following him.
Yep.
Anything anybody wants to do while this is transpiring?
I want to try to communicate with one of my spirits,
Okay.
Kyongzi,
Yes.
and he's the ape-like spirit of wisdom and strength. I think. So I'm gonna ask him, is this wise? Are we following the right spirit?
Roll a d20.
They're like, no. What are you doing?
Yeah, 5.
This is the opposite.
Can't really get a read.
I think this is safe. Moved up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Commune with the spirits.
Oh, you got the tingles?
I got tingles.
May I do a perception check?
For
Or
what?
is it just fog? I just kind of want to see our surroundings if I can see anything
Do it.
through the fog.
This is gonna be a disadvantage.
Awesome! That's what I like to hear. Alright, that's a 15.
15?
15!
Oh my gosh! So a 15. Yeah, it's very thick fog. You're just seeing vegetation in the trees. It almost looks like the trees themselves notice your presence and kind of shift just slightly out of the way.
The trees have eyes.
They do. And they have feelings too.
These ones actually do.
No, they actually do.
Yeah,
All trees.
But they do.
Or do not.
Grass does.
Do I see anything like peering into the mist?
What do you mean?
Just looking. I know this is a mountain, like a very spiritual mountain.
Make a perception check.
It's funny. I always roll high for perception checks, but it's always so low.
It's so funny.
16.
16. Not really getting like anything.
Okay.
However, everybody's spirit metal does feel active. Doesn't feel like when the meteors fell. That was just a level of fear, uncertainty, and just nervousness. This is more, it's reacting to the environment around it. There is more to be had here than what can be seen. But you continue onward. He brings you to this shelf, if you will, and it kind of has this like outcropping into the rock. You see his hand reach into the lantern and grab a little wisp of flame, just drop it on the ground, and you see it turn into a orange campfire.
Start cooking meals.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thanks.
alright.
So there's
See the
cinder
fog
and there's
around.
mist. Or...
You see
Cinder and Mister,
the
yeah.
fog around here is now starting to fade in this general area, but the fog around deep within the forest is still present.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like around the fire. It's pretty.
It's like a
clear.
bubble.
Yeah, interesting. All right, everybody. First rule: no one goes out in the fog.
Nope.
I'm already out in the fog. Taking
I'm already fading.
What?
Man, look out here! It's a nice tree.
We're trying to trouble
I'm
over
picturing
here.
the like hands on the hips, like wow,
Wow. Yeah.
But you look at that.
Yeah. Okay, I really can't believe I have to say this, but I swear, if any of you go out in the fog, it's not going to be a good time.
Watch, you're the one that walks into the fog.
I'm not.
I do have to go
Sure about that?
to the bathroom in real life. So.
In real-
In real
I thought
life.
you were saying that in character, and I was like, well,
Nope.
you have to say it outside.
Use the buddy system.
Nope. The village is gonna scry on Cecil in the meantime.
Okay, we'll get to that. Bye.
All right, so who wants? Well, he said rest. So who wants first watch?
I'll take first watch.
I'll take first watch.
I'll take
Okay.
first watch.
You two will take it together. Good job, guys.
Anything you guys want to do while you watch?
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the fog.
Okay.
I swear,
No, I
the
just
twos
want-
of ya.
I want to stand at the edge of it and then just kind of like peer and smell and just use all my senses to try to.
The fog is
My brain.
it's
All
not
five
it's
senses.
not like like where it's like just kind of in this area it's just kind of clear. It almost as if there is an invisible dome and you see the fog kind of pressing up and just flowing on the surface of something here. You don't sense an arcane presence.
Okay.
How's the wildlife here?
Non-existent.
Bugs.
The ground is kind of muddy a little bit.
It seems like a safe place to practice, though.
Yeah,
you think?
maybe.
Yeah.
We should try that.
Okay.
What are you gonna practice?
I'm gonna try to summon the sword.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to do it the sword I wanted.
Okay. This is DC roll.
Mhm.
Roll me d20.
Actually, no. I manifested the little blade in my hand before. I want to try to do that, but try to make it more like a solidified, like a small dagger version of the greatsword.
Okay.
That's a 12.
12. All right, and d100.
Oh, it's card. 42.
42.
That's the answer.
It is the answer to everything.
Life, the universe.
Yeah. As you channel, it just kind of, you create just the light, and it is a stronger light than it once was, but it holds no physical form. It holds no true shape to it.
I'm just trying to like picture like a ray of light, but it's just right here
Mhm.
in this space.
And it is kind of creating like a beam of light,
Mhm.
and it does look like it has the shape of a dagger, but it is not a dagger.
Is it like floating?
Yeah, it's in between your palms.
Can I move it?
It's within your palms, like in between.
Yeah, can I like try to make it go vertical?
You have to hold out R.
Try to telekinesis.
Yeah.
You know, move it.
Telekinesis it, yeah.
What is your plan here?
And then it goes
My hands stay
down.
here. Sword goes. Little dagger goes like this.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
Okay. Try to move it around, kind of like I do with my spiritual weapon.
It doesn't move outside of the range of your palms, and when you do move your palms quickly, you sense it starts to lose focus, and it starts to get fuzzy again. But you have to kind of just be calm with it and slow with it, and it does maintain that light energy, but it's not a solid form.
I'll just try to spin it like a fan.
Very slowly rotates.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Very powerful you become. Usually when I try to tap into Aether, it escapes me.
I'll put it away. I'll think it away.
Wow. How do you gain so much control of it?
Well, I've been practicing every night since I got it. Since I got it.
I have been practicing too. I even have bonds with two spirits. I don't seem to have that level of
Do you
control.
want to try doing something together?
Yeah.
Just tell me what you're gonna do, and I'll put my hand near you where you're gonna do it. What do you want to do?
Well, what is our immediate surrounding look like? Is there any,
There's some trees kind of right on the edge of the fog, like on the other side of the fog. There's the campfire in the center, and it's not like surrounded by rocks or anything. It is literally just a ever-present flame that is ever burning, and the ground itself is kind of like a little muddy, very damp, like dirt, not quite like liquid mud. But it does kind of go into a small cave like outcropping. Doesn't go deep in, but just enough to like protect you from rain or other things like that.
so there's not like bush or weeds or.
There's like grass here, like occasionally.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try. What I'd like to do is decay the grass and try to absorb the energy from that. Using my Aether with the earth
Okay.
and
What element are you using?
with the light and earth kind of combined.
Okay. This is your Aether. Let's see. Your Aether would not be compatible with something like this. You can technically fuel his power, but you would have no influence on his control.
What I wanted to do was kind of create like a cocoon of dark or light, so the control is a lot easier.
So the control you will not be able to help with his control.
Okay.
You can boost the strength of it, but not the control.
Alright. Yeah, I don't think I can help you with this. God just told me I can't.
He's like God.
He whispered in my ear. Oh my gosh.
I can empower it, but we don't want to cause too much ruckus.
Yeah, we should start small.
Yeah.
Alright.
Then we
So-
can blow up the mountain.
I'm gonna see if I can absorb the life from this and then maybe store that in my spirit metal, and then use that to create another effect.
Okay. D20.
Concentrating really hard, and I got 15.
Hey.
That's really good
Look
for
at
You are
Look at
concentrating
you.
really hard. Yeah.
And then go ahead and roll me a D100.
Ooh.
2.
A rum.
I've never got this far.
rum. A
Oh.
rum. A rum. A
67.
Hey. Okay.
As you put your hands down, you see on one of your palms it kind of glows bright, and the other one you just see almost like just sand is starting to pour out from your hand. And then it starts to clump up into just this fine dirt. You kind of clasp them together till you create this almost like a clay-like substance. As you put your hands down towards this, you see it coat around the plant. And you see the clay just starts to just fall to the ground. Plant not existent anymore. The clay looks like it's absorbed whatever entity was once here.
And so the clay's in physical form. It's not like okay, intangible. So then I will take that, and is it like the shape of like a stick, or is it like flat?
It's just kind of like a putty.
Yeah. So I will form it into the shape of a stick.
Okay.
And then I'm going to plant it in the mud,
Uh-huh.
and then I want to make it grow into like a mushroom.
Interesting.
Pretty.
Yeah.
Aww. It's a mushroom.
Okay.
I'll shape it and everything.
Okay.
A little cap on it.
This is going to be a tougher transition.
Yeah.
Spirit is not one of your specialities, which this is a more spirit-centric task, so that you are going to be using a summoning basically on this, which is soul, which is going to be a higher DC for this because it is more outside of the purview for soul. But you are definitely going to get a roll for this.
Okay. 9.
Okay. And then D100.
40.
Yeah, 40.
Okay.
400.
Plant it, and you see just a small little bud of mycelia just pop out from this twig before you see the rest of it start to just rot and decay before you just see it fall upon its own weight.
It was cool for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt the connection to it. Kind of feel maybe that's not how my powers are going to work.
What was that thing you did during the fight? You kind of empowered yourself. It's cool.
Yes. I kind of buffed myself with Aether. I'm going to try that. So I'm going to try to do the same if there's any more plant material. Try to decay that. Just reproduce that portion of it. And then I want to like cake it onto my tusks.
Let's start with the first roll.
Two.
Natural 2? Okay. And
I think that
D100.
goes pretty well.
Pretty good. Pretty good. If I roll 100, it's good, right?
It's gonna be good.
88.
88.
Ocho.
Control is very strong on this.
Alright.
It's just not a very powerful effect. But you are able to, this is a small little sprout, you are able to decompose this, and it creates the clay again. You just kind of grab that and you lather it onto the tusks, and it kind of sets in it to the inlays that you have with the spirit metal. And your spirit metal, it looks like it almost like absorbs it.
And do I feel it like activating more or doing
You don't feel
anything?
anything like activating per se. Your spirit metal did react to this. This is not a negative effect. This is a positive effect.
I think that was good. Maybe you should try putting your sword on your antlers. Worked for me.
Infuse them.
I'm not really into the absorbing, but I do show them my light, my dark every night. I've been storing power in there.
What do you do with it?
Well, whenever we're in a tight squeeze, I kind of just do it all at once.
Is that when the dark guy comes out?
No, the more I do this, the more power I have over him.
Oh, good.
But like during that city that doesn't have a name anymore, when we were fighting there, I was supercharged with it,
Flinch in my sleep.
and I was running straight through people.
You mean Crater City?
Yeah, Creeper City.
Oh,
Asteroid City.
please, Crater City was my father.
Just call me City.
Call me Meteor.
Do you want me to try to give you some of this energy I'm making?
Don't hurt me, but yeah,
I can't promise anything. It didn't hurt me.
you right.
You right.
So I'm gonna try to do that again.
Okay.
With the clay. 5.
Boy.
Or the 2.
And control.
26.
Shatters upon trying to affect this.
Maybe I've stressed too much tonight.
Well, I could try it with you. Do you mind?
Sure.
So what do you do to assess?
I just I know he's light, so I'll channel a little bit of light into his spear metal.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
18.
18. Since this is a raw channel into spirit metal, there is no control roll needed.
Oh.
However, 18 is a lot of power.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
But big boy.
As you are like, yeah, I'm fine, you just see where he grabs onto the tusk, you see light pouring out from his hand and almost like energy kind of sparking off. And you see your tusk starting to glow in like a wave pattern. And you see it start to affect the other tusks before they are now glowing bright and bright and bright. And almost like your tusks are becoming heavier. Like they are carrying on a deeper burden. The spirit metal itself is no longer that dull gunmetal black coloration. It's now glowing bright.
Do you think you can convert that to Aether easier?
I can try.
Maybe you can convert it to your body.
Yeah. Well, I'll try to do that.
What are you gonna do?
Trying to convert that ether into my body.
In what way?
I don't know, just to,
Like how he sucks the life out of things.
yeah, just to take the life force out of it, or the energy out of it.
Okay. Go ahead. Because you do have that bonus to it. Go ahead and roll twice for your d20.
18.
Oh.
And
11.
18 it is. And then your control, go ahead and roll.
13.
13. You don't have much control. But the power that you suffused with him is now starting to arc off of your tusks a bit and almost create this energy back and forth. Like they are both connected with the energy. You're like, this is so cool. But while this is happening, you don't realize the toll it's having on your body. It is
Good.
Oh, fatal
It's good.
mistake number 1.
Uh-oh.
We didn't go in the fog.
Hubris.
We're fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're good.
You
We
did-
followed
We
the
did
rules.
what you said.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. My one rule. I
Because-
should have made more rules.
because
There's some
It
undefined
was-
spirit metal still in the back. That's like,
Yeah.
Because
No!
it was powered up. In this way, you are going to take more damage. You're going to take 21 points of radiant.
He has more hit points than I do. He's good.
As it
Oh, yeah,
just
this is
sends
tough.
a shockwave through your body. And you like reel back and you lose control for just that split second. And you just see like a rail gun just the energy collects in between your tusks and just launches. Just this beam of light that pierces through the fog, and you just see, and the fog.
Oh, I made a tunnel in the fog.
Oh, it was Bella. It wasn't us. We wouldn't do that. She's the one that throws beams, not us.
Uh-huh.
I think I did that.
I throw non-corporeal beams.
If I could learn to control that, I mean that hurt. Let's not do that again for a while, but
Well, maybe next time we need a more ranged attack.
yeah.
And you now look at your tusks and like the runes on them, and slightly around like the ivory of the tusks where it's inlaid, you see it almost like kind of charred the outside of it slightly.
Yeah. Yeah, let's be more cautious
This time let's
next time. Yeah, try the dark. Let's do it. Alright.
Should we wake up?
Are you guys ending watch?
Wait, so
Yeah.
I've been asking Yvonne, so do you like Bella? I thought you were with Tesney. Like you
No.
like Tesney.
No, I don't. Tesney's mine.
Well,
He's my own.
I already told her it's not me, so do you think it's Yvonne?
Oh my gosh.
Finally.
Oh,
Jeez.
Probably.
We should wake them up for the next watch.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So,
Cal, set it up.
Cal and Doss setting them
Cal,
up is
set
not what I have on my bingo card.
Yeah, everyone at home with your bingo card.
So I'm gonna before we wake them up.
hold on.
Okay.
Both of you roll a d20.
Uh-oh.
Plus
Oh, yeah.
3, plus 7.
The actual watch.
19.
And that's plus 7.
Yeah, that's plus 3 plus 7.
Okay.
Mine was plus 3 years, plus 7.
Oh.
So
Then-
minus 3.
Yeah.
So 16.
16.
21.
21. Okay. Everything goes fine for you. For you.
Oh.
You can't help but feeling like there is something watching you. Deep within the fog. Do not. You feel this like
Cal.
something like a primal like feeling of you don't know why, but you absolutely know deep within something about you. There is something outside of the fog, just barely on the border of it, watching you specifically.
Cal.
Cal.
What would Cal do versus what would Eli do? That
Don't.
this is
Cal would-
WWC.
Cal,
D&D.
listen.
Cal
Eli
was on
wouldn't.
He's right on the border.
Cal
so
already. Cal was told.
can I roll an insight check
Insight?
on the
Understand.
nature of whatever is watching me?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
This is a high DC.
What if I use my Aether?
Your Aether?
Because they've been telling us that we'll eventually learn how to channel it into our eyes. So I'm gonna try to use just a little bit of power, but I'm mainly gonna be using my normal insight.
For where were you channeling this Aether? For what purpose?
My eyesight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I love it. Roll that d20 for your Aether first.
Okay, that's 16.
And then the control.
98.
Ooh,
Wow.
That's big.
That is a big one.
that's a big note.
That's a good one.
That's really good.
That's how we do it.
That's almost a crit.
So,
Oh, with the crit.
now roll an insight check with advantage.
With advantage. Okay. I don't have that great of insight.
Did you have a minus something?
No, I have a skill. Oh, okay,
Oh.
cocked. That is +1, so 13.
13. Not entirely, not entirely malevolent, but is not something that is readily a friend. This is something that knows it's supposed to stay at bay, but yet understands that it wants something from you. And as you channel your Aether into your eyes, you see things clearly for the first time.
The rain.
You
Yeah,
look
the
at
fog is
your
gone.
you look at your hands, and everything about you has a double image, as though you're looking through like 3D glasses. And you just see there is always a shadowed visage around you. Bigger, stronger, and more just evil around you. A shroud
Is there any light?
barely through the peeking of the shadow, peeking through.
When am I sitting in this figure? Not a figure, but in the direction.
You look up and go in and look in the direction. You see what looks like some sort of hound of some sort. It is a spirit, watching and waiting. You see, it has these 6 eyes, 3 on either side, all of them glowing in this bright yellow coloration. But it is not a being of light or shadow. This is a being of the wind.
Oh.
You see the blending in with the fog, almost creating this smoke-like figure. But you see it just,
There's a sea that I'm looking at it.
and it's low and in a. You've studied animals enough. You know hunting. This is a creature that is an opportunistic hunter. And it is waiting for an opportunity.
Well, in Cal's mind, he thinks this guy's waiting to pound everyone here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
So Cal's going to go to. Is this during their watch?
Yes, this is towards the tail end of your watch.
Okay. I'm not gonna leave the bubble because Susie told me not to. But
Oh, he listens.
I know where the wall is,
Yes.
and I just want to get a closer look and more recognition for the hound to be like, I know you're there. And I will get on a knee, just so I could get eye level with this hound.
I'm watching you.
It's at this point maybe about 2 feet away from you. Not
I'm just
moving.
pondering it, like,
It's still looking at you. You see the 3 eyes on it are just as it watches you.
and I was able to tell it's wind because of the aether thing.
You see the aether kind of wisping around it. Looks as though it is a sort of wind entity.
I kind of put out my hand.
Through the fog?
No.
Does not move.
Put my fingers in.
You put your fingers through?
Mhm.
He reacts a little bit. But still, it gets a little lower and a little bit more.
Can I insight check that?
Yes, you may.
I'm still keeping the eyes, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You rolled very high on the control, so
Yes.
your control is steady.
Okay. That time it was only a 10 though, but I'm closer.
Okay.
I don't know if that changed it.
It does not.
Okay.
You've never really read the insight of a creature of aether other than the one you've already made a contract with. This one is unknown to you. It acts very animalistic, but you don't know the level of intelligence it might have. This is a creature that is hunting. You know that for certain.
Because I do have this shroud of the nightmare on me. I'll put my whole hand out. I'm not leaving. My hand's leaving.
I just have a sneaking suspicion that, I don't know, maybe it can't enter the bubble.
Yeah, but that's the whole reason why we're here.
You push your hand through the bubble.
Bubbles.
My bubbles.
And you see it's in that stance. You see part of like the wind of itself clarify a little bit more for you, and it has more of this this white kind of leathery skin almost, and you see just the wisps of wind around it are almost like fur. You see one of those little wisps just goes a little closer to you. What are you doing?
I want to do the same thing back.
In what way?
I want a little light wisp to come out of my arm.
This is an aether roll.
Okay.
This is delicate control.
Yes. It's 14.
14. That's enough power. And a d20 to see how delicate your control is of this.
My d20.
Or not d20, my bad.
That's an 82.
Control is steady. Your open palm, a little wisp wisps out. You see
It was big.
almost grabs hold of it. You see just kind of just slightly drag it outwards, back towards it.
I want to be like embracing them. I'm not being hostile.
Yes.
I'm just showing it, hey, I have what you have. You're just a creature. You're innocent, you know. And I'm trying to be.
Cal stick his hand out.
I'm just trying to be embracing, like, not necessarily taming.
Yeah. Thank you, Abby, for agreeing with me.
Mom lives for 1 minute.
1 minute!
I just closed my eyes for 5 seconds.
I don't know why you say it in that voice reminded me of Home Alone. So, you extend your hand outwards and the wisps connect. There isn't.
It's like Avatar.
How dare you? No, it's not. It's not.
You get a sense, not through language, but through just connection. This is a primal creature. This is not a creature of great intellect or of great knowledge. Seems like not even a named creature. It's untamed, unwavering. What do you do?
Well, I told Magnus when I was making my antlers that I wanted it to be a home for multiple different spirits, like so I could shepherd them. So, kind of the same way how he was able to relate to me what he is, I want to relate to him what I am.
And what is that?
A conduit and a home.
Okay.
Where he's going to be fed as long as he's in my antlers. And
Make a persuasion check.
okay.
And this is going to be an additional +3.
Oh, okay. That's going to be 26.
26. There is a deep understanding. Not of great intellect of understanding, but an understanding in. It gets it. You see it take another step forward. What do you do?
Well, our whisper's still connected, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to put my other hand through. And this time I'll have, it's my left side. I don't think it matters, but I think just for Cal, it's easier for him. He's going to do the same thing, except this time it's the dark.
This time, roll me another.
I'm not calling on the nightmare.
I'm aware.
Well, that's a 19. That's good.
Okay. D100.
That could be very bad, though.
Yes, it could be.
That's 97, though.
That is a near perfect roll.
That's near
Ooh.
perfect.
Wasn't your other one
What
like
is
a
the
98?
What
Like,
is the shape,
oh
form,
man.
and purpose for your darkness?
I feel like my light is more like the deer side of me, whereas the
Yes.
and the dark side is more of the pharaoh minotaur part of me. So I picture my light side being kind of like no antlers, but kind of like that deer look, like the skinny face, kind of like that. Whereas this one's more like a
Feral.
like a feral, like kind of wolf-like,
Okay.
black with red eyes,
Okay. What,
with kind of like a snake body.
What's your purpose for your ether currently projecting out? What is the intention with your aether?
I'm kind of just showing him, because I know that primal beasts look towards an alpha, and
Are
I'm
you
showing
trying to
him that
intimidate?
I am touching him with loving embrace, but I also have power that I could protect him with, kind of thing. You know, it's like when a big wolf goes down a little wolf. I'm like, I'm obviously bigger than you, but I'm gonna
Persuasion or intimidation?
Obviously
Your
bigger than you.
choice.
Okay, because I'm going for persuasion, intimidation. Is what I'm doing.
Which is why I'm giving you a roll. So, do you want it to sense more of your intimidation or more of a persuasion?
More persuasion, but I am obviously having intimidation now.
Okay. That is, I'll factor that in, but make a persuasion check.
That is. Was still the +3 or just the persuasion?
This is just a +2.
+2. Okay, so it's going to be 22 this time.
22.
It is the 22.
No.
Orc shows up.
You see it just standing there.
Yeah, Cecil's like, what's
He is a
up?
love spell. You see it standing there and just takes another step forward. It's a very untrusting creature, but it seems as though you have broken through to it somehow.
And the darker one, as it gets closer, I want it to, because I see that the persuasion's working more. It's gonna get calmer. It's not gonna be an angry soul anymore. I want it to, because my darkness isn't evil. It's just that's how I portray it usually. So now I want it to imitate the right side. It'll just be dark, more like a snake-like body now.
Okay. It seems as though the intimidation probably wasn't the best route to take, and the persuasion was the right one. It takes another step forward, and now it's about a foot away from you. Your hands at this point are nearly touching it.
Can I make another insight check?
You may.
Is it gonna bite me? That's what I'm inciting. That's 14.
One wrong move and it will.
Okay. Then I try to stay cool. My hands are out, and my wisps are out, and I'm simply showing them. I'm not hiding anything from you. I am light and dark. Your wind, but I can still be a home for you.
Are you trying to give it a home temporarily, or are you trying to make a contract with it?
Completely up to the creature.
Interesting. I don't know where my D20s are. Here it is. Seems as though a contract is not available. But it does see you as a protector, a shepherd. Takes another step forward until now it is nearly inches from your hand. As it brushes up against your hand, the side of its cheek. Kind of takes a few steps and rubs its body along your hand.
Give him the good
Still
boy scratches.
still giving you the eye contact, never wavering from that.
Me too.
You see him stick his hands out, and you see light and dark, and he's just looking out into the fog.
Yeah, I imagine that this whole time when he was doing that, I wasn't paying attention because I was growing mushrooms and trying to make them glow,
Yeah.
trying to make like a romantic setting
Yep.
before we wake them up.
Oh my god.
And then I look back and, Cal, what the heck are you doing?
You hear his voice.
Yeah, but I feel like if I move suddenly, it'll scare the hound away.
So I go over closer.
The eyes.
Do you need help? What's going on? Do I see the creature?
Nope.
Okay.
No, I'm good. I'm just.
Why are your hands out there?
Well, I'm safe.
But you're You're supposed to be staying out of that.
I figured out how it worked. I figured out the system.
So we can go through?
No, you can't go through. You
Oh.
have to have both light and dark to go through.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my god.
Why are you guys so low?
but
No.
I tested it out, and if you only put the light through,
Scientific method.
you get the light. I wouldn't try it if I were you.
So, are you stuck?
Oh no, I can easily move around. I'm just testing my ether, just like you would.
Okay, well, be careful. It's time to wake up Susie, or Bella and
I thought that was such a
Yvonne.
Well, you can finish your mushroom or whatever. I'm channeling right now. I'm trying to concentrate.
Alright, well, don't go any further in.
Okay.
I like your eye contact with me. Just
It's staring Dawn down.
gosh dang it.
And before it did not even recognize him. And now that it's become close to you, and Dawn came close to you while there's this connection, it is staring down Dawn.
Yeah, just go back to what you were doing.
No.
Well, I'm making them a nice
Please,
silver
dog.
magic setting here. I don't need any help. I'll do it myself.
Well, I suggest you should use.
It's fine.
You should use bigger and flatter mushrooms because Ifan likes the skinny pillows.
Oh, good call. Good call.
What?
To go back to go do that.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm staying here until it wants to leave. I don't want to scare it off. I want it to remember me.
Stay there for a good few minutes. Watches you. The wisp returns back to itself. You see it just take a few more steps. And then dart off. Looking over at Dawn, you see what almost looks like this ring around him of these small little forms of different types of stones, precious metals that just kind of very slowly orbit him. You see there is this life almost to it. You see it's like little tiny biomes on each one of them that just kind of floats around him. It's strange.
What about everyone else?
You look at Ifan, and you see Ifan's just resting there. And you see a sword and an arm resting upon the sword, watching the entire thing, sitting and watching over Ifan, and staring at you the entire time. You see
Make eye
Cinder.
contact.
You see Cinder in more of an ash-like form. Not nearly as solid, but you identify this as clearly Cinder. Keeping watch over Ifan.
What about Bella?
You see strings that go off into the ethereal. You see that there is almost like a thin skin layer of something covering her, some kind of shroud where light can't pass through.
Do I see any reference to the multi-flames?
To what?
The multi-flames? Of the 22?
Not really. The primary thing that you see is the shroud and the strings, the strands. This is all at a glance.
Yeah.
You look over at Susie. You see. You don't really see much. You just see this kind of shadow just kind of emanating off of her. But the one thing that glows ever bright, almost like you imagined it for just a brief second and then it's gone, but within the shadow, you almost can see a visage of 3 skulls before it's just gone.
means I'm gonna die 3 times.
Take one
One
out
of
the
one of
list.
them's grayed out.
Yeah, yeah.
Get 2 more lives.
It's very interesting.
Gross.
You see just a storm brewing around where our heart is. You see just a dark storm just with just this red and blue lightning.
You said that did Abby say that we should have her be last watch?
Should be last watch.
Okay. I relayed that to Dom. Hey, I have a feeling that maybe Bella and Yvonne should be last. You know, they'll be well rested.
As I'm making it, I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right, you're right.
Yeah.
Just scrap all
As
that.
you literally just made like a moss blanket.
Yeah, and it was like a heart shape.
Yeah.
Like little stepping toadstools
Yeah.
of where
He
they're
just snaps his
at.
fingers and he goes.
Yeah. Like, disintegrates in the sand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't put much work into it anyways.
No, it's stupid. It's stupid. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Fine,
No,
it's fine.
No,
No.
No, you can keep it up. I just feel like it would be a better, they don't have to go to sleep afterwards. They could just get a little bit longer watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we wake up Rose?
Well, you know that aetherite thing that they've been telling us about?
Mm-hmm.
I think I figured it out.
How?
I don't know, but I could see everyone's aether right now.
Okay.
And it looks like Rose is having a bad dream.
We should wake her up then. Is it?
Well,
It's
no,
like
no.
the best dream of your life.
Happy for once.
Yeah.
She seems to be having a storm in her heart. I don't know if that's because of her aether or if she's dealing with something.
Wow.
Yes.
Good.
Maybe it's all the broken hearts and broken relationships she's dealing with.
Maybe.
Maybe it's all the fried chicken she ate.
Maybe, yeah, that could be it.
Maybe it's fried chicken.
Is our watch over?
Yes.
Well, I want to, before I wake her up, I want to, because I see where the storm is, right, in her heart. I want to try to, last aether thing I'm doing, I want to,
Shoot next.
like, you know the spell Calm Emotions?
Yes.
I want to do that with my light.
Okay. As you do get close, the storm is reacting to your presence and almost kind of creates a shroud between you two.
Okay.
Seems as though everybody's aether inherently protects itself.
Well, I'll do the same thing I did with the hound then, since they're both spirits. I'm coming with embrace and protection as a guardian.
Okay. For the sake of brevity, it has no effect. This is something that is outside of the purview of your aether.
Can I maybe see what? Because I still think it's a nightmare. Can I try to see the nightmare? Okay. Well, I'll wake her up. And I'll
Okay.
wake. You're taking the watch too, right?
Yes.
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 Did you go into the fog?
Nope.
You better roll deception right
This
now.
is competing.
I didn't go. My hands did. That's gonna be 19.
I got a 9.
He absolutely did not go in the
You
fog.
did not. Oh, yeah. Good job. Did you go into the fog?
Yes,
No, I
he did.
didn't.
No, we didn't.
No, I did not. I may have shot a beam of light into the fog.
Yeah, his body didn't leave, but his aether did.
That wasn't on purpose.
You know, I didn't clarify.
Yeah,
That's on me.
you should be more
Yeah.
specific.
That's on me.
That's on me,
I
though.
should have been
It
more
was- It was
specific.
pretty cool though, actually.
I'm sure it looked very cool.
If there
you
was
guys-
a Trask over there, it would have been dead.
Did it.
Which is
Good.
more than
Good.
some of us can say.
I would have definitely
You weren't even there.
How do you know?
Alright. Perception time for the watch.
I wanted to talk to Rose.
Okay.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, I figured out kind of the eye aether thing. And it looks like there's something stormy inside you. Are you okay?
Roll a d20.
Well,
18.
18.
excuse me.
Roll again.
What?
10.
You immediately collapse. Your body just as he asks you that, you just see him just go and just
What'd you do to him?
I didn't do anything.
No, I feel like that's
I
pretty normal for Cal.
Oh, he's sleeping. Okay. Well,
He's
just
still breathing.
immediate snoring.
I guess he's tired.
Was he
Seems
also
as though
using his aether?
channeling your aether that much, your body was not prepared for it. You will take a point of exhaustion when you wake up.
Shouldn't have touched the
We were practicing
That's why we're here.
our aether, so maybe he's just wore out.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure he's fine.
But he did say you had a storm in your heart,
I
like a
think
tempest.
I'm fine. Aside from the general stress of everyday life,
The general.
the general stress.
It's stressful. I know you miss him.
Once again, Susie's looking into the middle distance.
Of course.
Just wishing. I
I
miss
mean,
a lot
like-
of things too.
Turn her away.
You know, you only knew him for a day, but it's fine. I guess
I
you're
know
allowed
you-
to miss him more.
He was like a father to you. I know.
He was not like a father to me.
I'm sorry, Susie. I mean, I'm concerned. I'm worried about him because that seems to be a bad position to be in. But like, just aside from the stress that we encounter all the time,
Oh.
I'm fine.
This hasn't been relaxing for you?
You know what, Susie? No.
Like a fun little romp?
I thought the frog ride here was
Yeah, the frog
pretty
ride
easy.
was pretty nice,
When did you get to
actually.
do that?
Yeah.
I never wanted to do that.
I never did. I didn't
That's
know I wanted to until I
I
did.
didn't want to.
Ren, we never caught three-eyed horn-legged toads. I didn't teach you how to do that.
I know. We need to.
Dang it, we gotta turn
I
around.
bet you there's some out here in this fog.
I don't know. I think they were regional only to where I'm from.
Both of you roll a d20. Perception check.
Perception. Nat 20. 23 total. I inhaled too fast. I'm so sorry.
12.
12.
We don't need to.
Twin.
I was laughing too much, so.
Nat 20.
Oh yeah.
23 for me.
Okay.
Natural 20. Does this mean I know Cal lied and he stuck
No.
his hands in the fog?
No.
I'm like,
See the hand
yeah, there's
So-
two little handprints in the fog.
Nothing is in the fog. You feel just this that sense of something else is here, but you know your aethers, your spirit metals reacting to something, but you can't see anything. It's still present. Anything else? Nothing.
But that's like a constant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more active here though.
Interesting.
As soon as you enter the fog of the mountain, it is not stopped.
I don't like the way this place feels.
Yeah, it's definitely creepy.
Yeah, no, kidding.
I wonder when the ghost man is gonna come back with that lantern.
What if he just leaves us here?
I don't. Maybe you have to play the flute again.
He told us to rest.
That's
so
true. I mean, but if he doesn't come back, we can always try.
Play the flute and be like, hey, remember us?
Hey, did you forget about us? He's like, oh, sorry, I got other people to ferry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Sure.
You know how it goes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, what's all these mushrooms over here?
Blanket?
Oh,
Is this a
what?
blanket?
Did Ren make this?
I mean, It was a cow.
That's fair.
Hey.
It's just going back to sleep.
You're asleep. You didn't tell us. Maybe he took a nap on this because you didn't tell us anything about this.
I mean,
But he was supposed to be awake on watch, so taking a nap on this suddenly doesn't make very much sense.
Susie, I think you need to change your hypothesis.
You're right. You know, I got nothing. I got.
No, I think it had to be.
Yeah. I just don't know why he would do this. Maybe he's just bored. You know?
Maybe. He's practicing.
Yeah, practicing.
Yeah, sure.
They were probably both practicing their Aether then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it had to be.
Is that how the watch goes?
Probably.
That's about it.
We have one conversation and then we're just like,
All right.
Yeah.
Both of you roll a d20.
Oh, interesting. What do I add to it?
Nothing.
8.
one.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Okay, good.
It's a good night.
Okay.
Good
Be
night.
fun.
Good night.
Yeah.
As you are sleeping,
You being sleepy.
everything is peaceful for once in your dream. You start dreaming of just a beautiful day out on a lake. The warm breeze kind of just drifting in. The sweet aroma of nearby flower blooms. It's calm. See the water ripple in front of you as a leaf falls into it. But the water is not blue or brown. It's pink. It is a beautiful pink lavender lake. See, the ground before you is this brown and tan like dirt. Start looking around and you see the trees themselves falling with lavender colored leaves. It's calming. And you hear just next to you, something just sits.
I look over at it.
So this is where you go off to. You see Cinder. What is this place to you?
I think it's someplace I lost.
Make sure the pursuit of it does not kill you. You died once before in pursuit of more. In pursuit of prolonging this. Do not make that mistake again.
Yeah. It's not in the plans, but I'll make sure it's excluded.
You both just kind of sit there. This beautiful environment. You hear just kind of like, almost as if you're like just hearing it through just a distant memory of what sounds like people laughing and just having fun, but it kind of is like a weird echoed resonance of it. Like it's not there, it's a distant memory of laughter. Joy around you. And you just see a house on the other end. Familiar in a photo you once saw. And just as you're thinking, yeah, Yes, I need to go there. I must go there. You wake up. And not before within the dream you see a black feather fall and land within the river. You see the ripples. Before you're awoken. You're laying there right as their watch is coming to a close. You wake up a little earlier. And it's strange. It didn't rain. But why is your face wet?
What did you do?
Why do your eyes... Why are your cheeks wet? And that's where I end tonight's session.
Ooh, cheeks are wet.
My cheeks.
Wow. No, no. Don't say it like that.
Thank you guys for watching. It was a little shorter episode today.
Just a fun one.
A little fun one, little side.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot that happened in this.
There's
Yeah.
a lot.
There were quite a bit actually.
Jam-packed.
Yeah.
Quality.
And we'll see you next week.
We will see you next week. Thank you guys for watching. And we will catch you later. Toodaloo.
Bye. Catch you on foot.